Good morning. So I want to talk about the difference between, someone asked me to do this like 3 weeks ago, the difference between hire purchase and bank finance, and maybe cash will come in between. So hire purchase basically means you buying a car from us and us like financing you internally. It's like an internal finance where we'll do the financing as an internal, like Stormford Motors will do financing for you as Stormford Motors. So for hire purchase, usually we just set hire purchase prices, and then there's a cash price. So most of the times you'll find that, let's say for example Nissan Notes comes in, we already know the hire purchase price is going to be say 1.4 million, and if it's cash it's going to go for, say, like right now for 2017 goes for around maybe 1.1, 1.2, depending on which class of Nissan Note, because Nissan Note has like four classes. There's the plain Nissan Note, there's DIGS, there's Nissan Rider, there's Nissan Hybrid, and there's, which other one am I forgetting? Nismo. There's Nissan Note Nismo. That is just, they're just different levels of Nissan Note. But anyway, so you'll find that for hire purchase, we're going to charge you upfront for 1.4 million, where you're supposed to pay say 400,000 as a deposit, and then 1 million we'll divide it into 24 months, which comes to around I think by 24 months it comes to around maybe 35,000 if I'm not wrong, or something, whatever. I'm not so sure, because I've not done it often. Maybe it comes to 50,000, I think. 1 million by 24 months comes to like 50,000, give or take, I'm not sure. Anyway, so for hire purchase, some of the things that differ from bank is going to finance you 20% if it's a Toyota car. If it's not a Toyota car, they'll finance you, they'll finance you 80%, you pay 20% as a deposit, whereas if it's a non-Toyota car, they will finance you 70%, you pay 30% deposit. So some of the things that I had noted down about hire purchase that may be an advantage, maybe not advantage over bank. One of them is a constant amount. For hire purchase, there's a constant amount. It's standard. The moment we charge you and we agree that you're going to be paying 50,000 for the next 24 months, it's not going to go up and down, because okay, for bank it's based on reducing balance, so the balance changes depending on how the dollar rate is, depending on how much you pay, if you agreed on paying a certain amount and you default and everything. So for hire purchase, one of the good things, it's constant. Once you know you're paying 50,000 every month, that's it, there's no change. And then the other thing, it's a shorter process. Bank takes a longer process for financing to take place, but hire purchase, we just need you to bring your documents. We need you to we do tracking and insurance, of course, on us. We do you pay, but it's on us. We're the ones who do it, because we feel like the car is still halfway shared. We share it with you. Even bank does, but bank takes a longer time because the investigation and all that takes a bit of time. For hire purchase, there's less investigation that is involved. Bank takes a lot of process, like a very long process, because they do a lot of investigation. They want to see if you're capable of paying for this car, if you're which it's a good thing. It's like, it protects the bank, but it doesn't protect us as the hire purchase clients. But anyway, we have tracking, and we always have a system online that really works efficiently for us, for people who don't pay. Yeah. One of the other good thing about hire purchase, I'm tired of talking. One of the good things about hire purchase is it's a one-on-one kind of transaction. You see, I'm the one selling you the car, so you know me and I know you and I know where I can find you. You have my number, I have your number. You can call, I can call. In case of something like the tracker comes out, you can always come back to us. In case something like what, you have an accident, you can still come back to us. In a case that you're not even able to pay your 50,000 and you feel like you're stuck, you can just call and say, oh, you know what, my due date is on, say, on the 12th, and I don't feel like I have the 50,000 yet, but is it possible I push it to maybe 18th? Then I will pay the full amount, and we'll only say yes or no, depending on your history, your payment history and all that. Whereas for bank, you don't have that advantage. You can't wake up and say, oh, I don't have money, whatever. It's very system oriented, system generated, system controlled. So if you're due on the 12th, you have to pay on the 12th, which is a kind of a law for a bank, and it's like an advantage for us. Repayment is usually flexible for hire purchase, while for banks it's very robotic, just again the same thing that I've said. And then there's too much paperwork involved when it's bank, and we do very minimal paperwork because most of the things are already pre-made. We just have you bring your ID, your PIN. We do tracking, which is shared between the tracking company, our car yard company, and you. And then we do insurance, which is also put under your name and the company name until when you're done paying. Which also, once you're done paying for the car, we always release the tracking to you, so you can decide to keep it or you can decide to remove it, because now the car belongs to you. Anyway, generally now we were doing our maximum payment period term was 24 months, but now because of the current economic systems, we've pushed it to 36 months, and I think it's more or less the same as the bank, because you will pay almost as little. Our deposit amount is 40%, the bank does 20, which might make it look less, but our payment period is now even better than most banks, and we try to make it as cheap as possible. So yeah, I'll leave my contact down there. Call me if you need any car. 40% deposit, 36 months repayment time. Call me.